Alright, welcome to Minac Online Tutorial. Let us look at this question in depression and elevation. Now it says a boy and a girl have the same eye level height of 1.6 meter and they stand 20 meter apart on the same straight line and on the same side of a flagpole. Now the angle of elevation of the top of the flagpole is 60 degrees from the girl's eye level and 30 degrees from the boy's eye level. What is the height of the pole? Now how do we represent this pictorially? Now let us start. Now take note that the question tells us that both the boy and the girl have the same eye level height of 1.6 meters. So let's assume this is their eye level here, the same. Okay, now on the same ground level, pardon my drawing, okay, all right. Now let us have this as the pole. All right, so the same eye level. Now this is 1.6, all right, which also makes this one 1.6. okay, so to this point now they stand 20 meter apart, which means here is 20 meter apart. That is from here, let me make it more clear, from here down to here is 20 meter apart. Now the angle of elevation, which implies the angle of elevation or of the top of the pole is from the girl. So this is the boy, this is our boy B, and this is our girl G. So from the girl, that is from here up here, okay, and 30 from the boy, so which means from here okay, so this is 60 and this is 30. Okay, all right. Now I guess here this is the pictorial representation of this whole question. Okay, and we are told here what is the height of the pole. Okay, now this is the height, that is from here down here is the height of the pole. However, we have 1.6 here, which is the height of the boy and the girl, which correspond to a part of the whole pole, 1.6. okay, so if the whole pole, you can represent it as capital H. Now from here we will need to find the value from here to here. Let us represent it as what? Small h. Okay, and take note that from here to from the distance between the boy and the girl is 20. However, the girl and the foot of the pole here is unknown, so we can just represent that one with let's say x. Now how then do you find the height of the pole? Now since we've known 1.6, that is part of the pole, what we all need to look for now is the distance from the top of the pole to this point, which we represent as h. Now how do we get started? Now you can see that h is a common height for the elevation of 30 degrees and 60 degrees. Okay, since it's now a common height, let me now bring it out so that we get to have a good perspective on what and why we should do it the way we're about to do it. Now take note, this one is the height here Now the distance from here to here will now be 20 plus what? X, which means from here to here, right? Okay, this is B. Let us say this is the flagpole F. Okay, so here we have F. Okay, what do we name here? The top, T. Now for this one, we have, okay, we have the F, which make this one, sorry, this one, let us just make this one A, B, and C. So let us make this one A and C. Then here we have B and C. And B to C here is unknown. X, take note, it has a common height, and the angle here is what? 60 degrees. Okay, now since they have a common height, I guess we are closer to finding the solution. And let us recall our SOHCAHTOA, where our SO represents sine theta equals opposite over what? Hypotenuse. Then cos theta adjacent over what? Hypotenuse. And tan opposite over what? Hypotenuse. Alright, so at this point now, I guess we are close to solving the value of what? H. So you can see that the relationship between 30, this height, and the bottom here is tan. Why is it tan? Because the angle here, theta, we have opposite, which is the H, and adjacent, which is AC, that is the bottom. So we can see here that tan 30 now equals opposite, which is our H, all over 20 plus what? X. Okay, now, and the second one here, we have tan 60 degrees equals the same thing, opposite, then all over what? X. Alright, okay, so since the question tells us to leave our answer in SOHD, it means we have to, the value of tan theta should be in SOHD, and the value of tan theta in SOHD is root 3 all over 3. Okay, then you have H all over 20 plus X, and the value of tan 60 in SOHD is root 3 equals what? H all over what? X. Alright, let's make H the sort of formula here. You get to have 20 plus X, then into, when you cross multiply, you have root 3, then all over 3 equals what? H. And for here, making H the sort of formula, we get to have, when we cross multiply, this will give us that H equals X times root 3 will give us X root 3. Alright, we can see we have H here to be this value and H here to be this value. So what we all need to do now is to equate, this equation and this equation, since they have a common variable H. So we now say 20 plus X root 3 all over 3 equals X root what? 3. So our goal here now is to find the value of X. Now what do we do here? Let's open the bracket here. you have 20 root 3 all over 3, because root 3 all over 3 multiplied by 20. Okay, you have this, then plus. Now take note that all over here is still the same thing as this. Okay, so what I just need to do was multiply this by what is in the bracket to give you this. Okay, so then plus, let me just do it so that then plus x root 3 all over 3 then equals x root what? 3. Okay, now multiplying both sides by 3, you end up having a linear equation. You have 20 root 3 now plus x root 3 then equals 3x root what? 3. Okay, now subtracting x root 3 from both sides, you have that 20 root 3 equals, taking this over to the right hand side, you end up having 3x root 3 then minus x root what? 3. So here you have 20 root 3 then equals 3x root 3 minus x root 3 will give us what? 2x root 3. Okay, all right. And if you look at this now, you're going to see that we have root 3 here, root 3 here, right? Then 20, so we can just say here that 20 equals 2x. Okay, okay. For us not to be confused, let's now divide both sides. Since we're looking for x, divide both sides by 2 root 3. 2 root 3. So 2 eliminate 2 here. Root 3, root 3, root 3, root 3. 2 here 1, 2 here is what? 10. So our x equals what? 10. Okay. Now if our x equals 10, from here we can agree that our h equals 10 root what? 3. Okay, and I'm sure if you plug in that same value here, 10, you should have the same thing. Okay, which let me solve it somewhere here. This one gives us 30, right? If we put 30 here, now when you cross multiply, okay, you now have 30 now all over 3. This one too, we'll take away 30 here, 3 here 1, 3 here 10, so 10 root 3, which is the same thing as this. Okay, now that we have h equals what? 10 root 3, and the total height here, which is h, will now be h, the smaller one, plus 1.6. So here we have that h equals what? 1.6 plus 10 root 3. Alright, so this is the final answer in meter, right? Yeah, meter. Alright, this is the solution to this question. And if you love what I've just done, can subscribe to my YouTube channel and ensure you click on the notification button to be notified of all my videos. Thank you and God bless you.